Take a listen.
Law enforcement needs your help in finding mother of two, Stacy Wilson. The 38-year-old Iowa woman was seen leaving her mother's house around 12:40 p.m. Friday. Minutes later, police say she sent a text message to her boyfriend. Police say the text asked how her boyfriend's day was going and said they talk later when he got home from work. Hours later, Stacy's boyfriend Matt Collison arrived home at 4 p.m. and no sign of Stacy. Collison became suspicious around 8 p.m. that night when Stacy still hadn't shown up. Her family became increasingly concerned when Stacy's cell phone is found in her own bed. Cops say it's unusual for Stacy to just take off and leave her two teen girls behind.
Liz, let me see that gas station video surveillance again. I'm not sure that I can connect that woman to being Stacy Wilson, a missing mom of two. Out to Butch Heyman, reporter with the Daily Times Herald, joining us out of Iowa. Butch, what do you know?
Well, the latest tip that we have, Nancy, is this video that you're probably showing right now. The tip came in last night, apparently from a family member who had been contacted by a gentleman who had seen Stacy at this convenience store. And the police have verified that it is Stacy. That was the latest tip, and that's really nothing has changed in this case in the last couple of days except for that tip.
So, Butch, you were telling me this absolutely is her?
That's what we have been told. That's the only hard tip that police have gotten.
Okay, Matt Zarrell, what more can you tell me? Let's go back to the disappearance. When you don't know which way to go, you go back to the beginning. How did it happen? What do we know?
Okay, Friday, 12:40 p.m., she's at her mother's house. She leaves her mother's house. At 12:53 p.m., now we don't know if she's in her car or she's at home already, she sends a text message to her boyfriend explaining how she found out her father passed away the night before and she'd be home later to discuss it. The boyfriend, he comes home about 4 o'clock. There's no sign of her. Her cell phone is left at home. Clothes are also left behind. She is believed to be in a Chrysler Sebring, her vehicle. It has damage to under the right headlight, which has been duct taped.
Okay, we're taking your calls back to Jennifer in South Carolina. Everybody, take a look at that grainy surveillance video. It comes from a local Iowa gas station. I can't really clearly see that that is, in fact, the mom of two, Stacy Wilson. Jennifer, hi. What's your question, dear?
I was wondering if she used her cards or anything like that, and I can't really tell if that's her in the video myself.
Me either. To Butch Heyman, do we know she used credit cards, ATMs, anything?
Police have been keeping track, and she has apparently not used any credit card or debit card during the disappearance here.
Now joining us, special guest out of Carroll, Iowa, the chief of the Carroll Police Department, Chief Jay Kaler. Chief Kaler, thank you for being with us. Chief, what do we know about this disappearance? This woman has never really just disappeared and stayed overnight like this before.
That's true, and we've found it very unusual after speaking with her family members. Apparently, her and her three sisters who live here locally are best friends and are in communication constantly. Additionally, Mrs. Wilson also has two daughters, aged 16 and 17, who they're very close with, and it just is extremely unusual that she would leave the house for this length of time and then not make contact with her family members.
Absolutely not. With us, criminal profiler and author of The Profiler, Pat Brown. What do you think, Pat?
Well, one of the questions, I have to ask this question because I missed it somewhere here. Exactly what time frame was the gas station part seeing from the time she went disappearing?
That's a good question. To you, Butch Heyman, when did we get that video? When did that gas station video emerge?
The sighting at the BP convenience store was 2:40 p.m. on Friday. This would be about 3 hours after she was last seen at her mother's home by her mother in Carroll, and she had sent a text to her boyfriend several minutes later.
We are just getting this video in. We have been told this is her. I'm not sure. Chief Jeff Kaler is with us. Are we absolutely sure that's her in the video, Chief?
Yes, we are. The gentleman who was standing with her at the counter there was familiar with her, and basically he's the one that alerted us to the fact that she had been there at that time. And then we had the sisters and the mother and one of the daughters come in and view the videotape with us last evening, and they also confirmed that that, in fact, is Stacy Wilson.
Right, I was hoping a family member could see it because they could probably identify her clothing. If you can't quite make out her face, that could be her favorite hoodie or sweatshirt she's wearing. And I was suspicious, Chief Jeff Keller, because it looked as if she knew the guy. But now you're telling me they did know each other and they were not together, but it looked like they were communicating in some way. Then he leaves. So I was wondering, who's this guy she's with? She's not really with him. According to him, he was there, he saw her, he exchanged words with her. That's the last this young mother of two has ever been seen. We are just getting the video in tonight. Back to Chief Keller. Chief, what did this young man say about her? Was she seemed to be normal? How long did he speak to her? What did they speak about? Anything like that?
Well, the discussion that they had only lasted a few seconds, as you can see by the video. But essentially, at one point in the video, you see him say something, and she kind of holds her hand up by her face. And what he has indicated to us is that when he was talking to her, she said something to him to not get too close because she was not feeling well. And beyond that, that was the conclusion of their discussion. But he knew her and had seen her car outside, and so he was just talking to her while he was waiting to pay for his items, and then basically left.
Okay.
And then he notified us, I think yesterday sometime, that he had seen her on Friday, and so that helped us get a few more hours where we knew where she
Accounted
was.
for. Liz, let's see a map. Chief Keller, where is this gas station? Where's this convenience store?
It's right on Highway 30 here in Carroll. Just a few blocks basically west of where our police station is. It's about 3 or 4 blocks west, right on a main east-west U.S. highway.
Police there in Carroll, Iowa, now confirming for us this is in fact her. And that's very significant because it changes the timeline. As Chief Jeff Keller has just pointed out, this gives us a few known hours of her being well and alive. Take a look at Stacy Wilson. She is leaving behind 2 young girls. She has never disappeared overnight like this in her life. Take a look. Tip line is 712-792-3536. Last seen Carroll, Iowa. Out to the lines. Lynn, Virginia. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Nancy. I loved your first. Can't wait to start the second one.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. My understanding is there's an ex-husband or boyfriend or something that's incarcerated or in prison.
Good question, Matt. What do we know about the ex?
Ex-husband, who is the biological father of both teenage daughters, is currently in prison in South Dakota. Police say they received a tip that Stacy was spotted in the area hours after she was last seen. According to authorities, Stacy was seen at a gas station in Carroll, Iowa around 2:40 p.m. Friday afternoon. Police are hopeful this new development could bring about more leads.
I'd like to know what she purchased at the gas station, considering that they stated that in this segment that she told the gentleman standing next to her not to get too close because she wasn't feeling well. So did she buy any type of cold medicine or something to that effect while she was at the station? If anybody finds anything, please let me know. Thank you.